Have you noticed it? The way your legs don't quite respond the way they used to? Maybe you stand up from the couch and feel a slight tremble, or the stairs that were once easy now make you pause. And even though nothing's technically wrong, no injury, no illness, something inside you knows, your strength is fading. And the scariest part? It's happening so slowly, so quietly, that you almost get used to it. But here's what no one tells you. It's not just aging. In fact, some of the most common things we do each morning, things that feel normal, harmless, even comforting, may actually be speeding up muscle loss without you realizing it. Not all at once, but inch by inch. A little less balance. A little less power when you walk. A little more fear of falling. And by the time we notice it, it's already become a new normal, a normal that's harder to bounce back from. But it doesn't have to be this way. In this video, I want to share with you 5 surprisingly common morning habits that could be quietly draining your muscle strength, especially in your legs, and what you can start doing instead to support your body from the moment you wake up. These habits are easy to miss, and even easier to fix, once you know what they are. And one of them, well, it's something almost every senior I've ever met does every day without question. You'll see what I mean soon. If any of this sounds familiar, if you've been wondering where your strength has gone or how to get it back, I invite you to stay with me. And if you've felt these changes in your own legs, share it in the comments. Someone else might read your story and feel a little less alone. And don't forget to subscribe to Health 365 so you never miss a chance to take back your strength, one small choice at a time. Alright, let's take a look at the first hidden habit, and why it matters more than you think. Let's imagine your typical morning. You wake up, maybe stretch a little, then head to the kitchen for breakfast. You pour yourself a bowl of cereal. Or you butter some toast. Maybe you enjoy a slice of fruit, or even a warm bowl of rice porridge. You sit, you eat, and you think to yourself, that's a good start to the day. But here's the thing, if that breakfast doesn't contain protein, your muscles might not agree. Many seniors do eat breakfast. And that's a great habit. But what most don't realize is that their morning meal is missing the single most important nutrient for muscle protection. High-quality protein. After 60, your body becomes less efficient at using the food you eat to repair and maintain muscle. It's a natural part of aging, something researchers call anabolic resistance. That simply means your muscles need more support and more protein to stay strong. And if they don't get it, they slowly start to break down, even if you're eating what feels like a proper breakfast. So let's take a closer look at what many people eat. A bowl of oatmeal with banana? Healthy, but mostly carbs. Toast with jam or butter? Tasty, but no muscle support. A rice porridge with pickled vegetables? Comforting, but not enough protein. Even fruit with a little yogurt, unless it's Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, might only give you 3 or 4 grams of protein total. And your muscles, they're waking up needing 20 to 30 grams of it. Without that protein in the first hour or 2 of the day, your body continues to drift in a fasted state from the night before. It's like running a machine without oil. It'll work for a while, but the wear and tear quietly build up. Day after day, your body starts pulling energy from your own muscle tissue, especially in the legs. That's where you begin to feel that wobbliness, that weakness on the stairs, or that sense that your legs don't bounce back like they used to. But there's good news. You can fix this without changing everything. The key isn't to eat more food, but to add smarter foods. If you're having oatmeal, stir in a scoop of protein powder or mix in Greek yogurt. If you're having toast, add a slice of egg or spread some nut butter with chia seeds. Even a small serving of tofu, a boiled egg, a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese. These changes might feel tiny, but they give your muscles what they've been quietly asking for. In fact, Researchers from McMaster University in Canada found that seniors who consumed 30 grams of protein in the morning had better muscle strength and lean mass over time, compared to those who ate the same amount later in the day.
Why?
Because morning is when your muscles are most receptive. It's like catching the train when it's still at the platform, not running after it when it's already left. You've made the effort to sit down and eat. That matters. You've already done half the work. Now it's just about giving your body the kind of breakfast that doesn't just fill your stomach, but also feeds your strength. So tomorrow, take a moment to look at your plate. Ask, where is my protein? Not with guilt. Not with pressure. Just with care. Because that small question, asked each morning, might be the most powerful step toward keeping your legs strong, and your independence even stronger. And once that becomes your new morning habit, what comes next gets even easier. Now let's move from what we eat to what we don't do. Because the next quiet mistake many people make, it starts not in the kitchen, but in the chair. It's a habit that feels completely harmless. You wake up, move slowly to the kitchen, make yourself a cup of tea or coffee, and then find your favorite chair. You sit, maybe turn on the news, flip through the paper, or just take a few moments to settle into the day. And then, without realizing it, half an hour has passed, sometimes more. It feels like a peaceful start, and in many ways, it is. But there's something happening under the surface that you can't see, and over time, it can quietly take a toll on your strength. After a full night's rest, your body is stiff, your circulation is slower, and your muscles have been completely inactive for hours. What your legs need in those first minutes of the morning is gentle activation, a signal to wake up and prepare to support you for the day ahead. But when you stay seated for too long, your muscles remain in that sleep-like state. Blood doesn't flow as freely, oxygen isn't delivered efficiently, and your balance system doesn't fully turn on. That's why, when you finally do stand up, your legs can feel unstable, not because they're tired, but because they haven't been reminded that they're needed. It's a moment many people write off as just getting older, but in reality, it's the result of muscles and nerves being left idle for too long. And the longer this pattern continues, the more those leg muscles, particularly the ones around your thighs, hips, and calves, begin to weaken. Without regular movement, even brief moments of inactivity each day can add up to noticeable strength loss over time. What once felt like a solid step forward can start to feel like a wobble. What used to be a casual stroll to the mailbox might suddenly feel like a task that requires more effort than expected. The good news is that this habit is one of the easiest to change. You don't need to do a full workout or anything strenuous. Your legs simply need a little engagement, something small to let them know it's time to start working. That could be standing up and slowly lifting your heels off the ground a few times. It might be walking around your kitchen while your tea steeps, or pausing between sips to gently bend and straighten your knees. Even subtle movements like shifting your weight side to side or marching in place for 30 seconds can help your muscles reawaken and your blood flow improve. In fact, studies have shown that older adults who incorporate light movement within the first hour of their morning are more likely to maintain leg strength, walk more confidently, and experience fewer moments of instability throughout the day. It's not about exercise. It's about helping your body remember that it's capable, responsive, and ready to support you. So tomorrow, instead of settling in for a long sit first thing, try standing just a little longer. Give your legs something simple to do, something that reminds them they're still strong, still needed, and still very much a part of your life. That quiet shift in routine can change how you feel not just in the morning, but all day long. Next, let's turn to something your body is often missing after a long night. Not a movement, but something even more essential, and surprisingly easy to forget. Your body talks to you in quiet ways, through your energy, your digestion, your joints, and yes, your muscles. And one of the first things it asks for each morning, often without you realizing, is something incredibly simple: water. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body wakes up slightly dehydrated. That's completely normal. You haven't eaten or drunk anything all night, yet your body has still been working behind the scenes, repairing cells, regulating temperature, breathing, and keeping your heart steady. All of that takes water. And by the time you open your eyes in the morning, your muscles, brain, and organs are already running low. Now, when you're younger, you can often get away with forgetting a glass of water in the morning. But after 60, your body's natural thirst signal becomes duller, and at the same time, your muscles become more sensitive to dehydration. That combination can be dangerous, because even mild dehydration, the kind you don't even notice, can reduce your muscles' ability to contract properly, recover after movement, and absorb nutrients. That's why some mornings you may feel stiffer, more sluggish, or even slightly lightheaded when you get out of bed. Your legs might feel heavy, like they're dragging behind you. Your joints might crack more than usual. And your energy may lag for no clear reason. Many people assume that's just aging, but in reality, it could be your body quietly saying, "I need water." Muscles are made up of roughly 75% water. When they don't have enough, they can't function at full capacity. And in older adults, dehydration has been directly linked to faster muscle loss, higher risk of falls, and slower recovery from movement or injury. Even a 1 to 2% loss in hydration can reduce physical performance noticeably, and over time, that adds up. But here's the good news. This is one of the easiest habits to shift. You don't need to chug a liter of water the second you wake up. In fact, a gentle start is better. One glass, about 200 to 300 milliliters, of room temperature or warm water is enough to get your system moving. Some people like to squeeze a little lemon into it. Others add a pinch of natural salt or a magnesium powder if they tend to cramp. Whatever works for you is fine. The key is just to make it part of your morning rhythm. Some people prefer to drink water after breakfast, but by then, your digestion is already working and your hydration window has been missed. Your muscles and joints need it first, before the coffee, before the news, even before the first bite of food. And don't worry if you're not a water drinker. You can start small. Sip slowly. Let it become a comforting ritual, not a chore. Place a glass on your bedside table before going to sleep, or set a gentle reminder on your phone to hydrate as soon as you stand up. There's a quiet power in water. It doesn't shout. It doesn't rush. But when you give your body what it's asking for, especially after a long night, you may find that your stiffness eases, your legs feel steadier, and your whole system wakes up just a bit more smoothly. So tomorrow morning, before anything else, before the kettle boils or the toast pops, take that one sip. Your muscles will thank you for it. And your legs may just carry you a little more confidently through the day ahead. Now that we've nourished your body from the inside, let's talk about something that feels comforting, even luxurious, but may actually be catching your muscles off guard, especially when you do it too soon. There's a kind of comfort in stepping into a hot shower first thing in the morning. The heat, the steam, the way it seems to soften the stiffness left behind by sleep, it feels like the perfect way to gently enter a new day. Many people enjoy this quiet ritual. It creates a moment of calm before the world wakes up. But what most people don't realize is that this habit, if done too soon after getting out of bed, might be doing more harm than good. When you wake up, your body is still in a slow, restful state. Your blood pressure is naturally lower. Your heart rate hasn't fully picked up. Your muscles haven't moved for hours, and your circulation is just starting to increase. The systems in your body that help keep you balanced, alert, and physically steady are still warming up. Then, you walk into the bathroom and turn on the hot water. The moment your body is exposed to that heat, your blood vessels begin to expand. Your body shifts quickly into a response mode, trying to regulate temperature and adjust blood flow all at once. If you haven't given your system enough time to fully wake up, that sudden change in heat and pressure can leave you feeling slightly unstable. Many people experience this as a moment of lightheadedness or weakness when they step out of the shower. Others feel a kind of floaty sensation in their legs, as if they aren't quite anchored. This isn't just coincidence. It's a sign that your nervous system and muscles didn't have enough time to prepare for the sudden change in environment. The legs, in particular, are highly sensitive to these shifts. After being still all night, they need time and movement to regain proper tone. When they're hit with heat before they've had a chance to reactivate, they can feel loose or unsteady. Your knees might feel soft. Your calves might feel tight. The strength you count on to keep you balanced isn't quite there yet, and if you move too quickly after that shower, you may notice it in the way you walk, stand, or even reach for something on a high shelf. But none of this means you have to give up your morning shower. In fact, the solution is surprisingly simple. Give your body just a little more time. When you wake up, sit on the edge of your bed for a few moments. Stretch your legs forward. Roll your ankles gently. Stand slowly and walk around your room. Sip a small glass of water. Let your circulation increase and your legs begin to respond before introducing the heat of the shower. Once you feel more grounded, you can step into the shower with greater safety and support. And if you enjoy the warmth, there's no need to give it up completely. Simply adjusting the temperature slightly can reduce the stress on your system. A shower that's warm instead of hot can still feel soothing without forcing your body into a rushed adjustment. For those who have ever felt dizzy or weak after bathing, a few small changes can make all the difference. Using a shower bench, a non-slip mat, or even holding onto the wall while drying off can help reduce the risk of falls. And if you take your time, letting your body move slowly and intentionally after bathing, you'll feel more secure, not just in that moment, but throughout your morning routine. Now that we've talked about heat and movement, let's take a closer look at what so many seniors consider a normal start to the day. A simple routine that feels comforting, even healthy, but might actually be the most damaging habit of all when it comes to muscle strength. For many people, especially after retirement, mornings slow down. There's no rush, no alarm, no urgent schedule. It's peaceful. You get up, sit by the window, and sip a warm cup of coffee or tea. Maybe you nibble on a cracker, maybe nothing at all. Breakfast starts to feel optional, and over time, it disappears from the routine altogether. It doesn't seem like a problem. You might not feel hungry anyway. You might even believe skipping breakfast helps you stay light, or keeps your blood sugar more stable. But what often goes unnoticed is how this quiet routine begins to wear down your strength. Your body, after hours of sleep, needs something real. Not just warmth or flavor, but fuel. When it doesn't get it, it looks elsewhere. And for older adults, the easiest source of energy the body turns to is your own muscle. Slowly, quietly, it chips away at the very tissue that helps you stand, walk, and keep your balance. Not all at once. Just a little more, day after day. The effects don't always show up as pain. More often, they appear as hesitation when you rise from a chair. As that subtle sense of wobble when you take the stairs. As the moment when you reach for something on a shelf and realize your legs aren't quite as steady as they used to be. Coffee or tea on their own, comforting as they are, offer no support for your muscles. In fact, they can make things worse. Drinking them on an empty stomach can leave you more dehydrated, more jittery, and more likely to go longer without the nutrients your body needs to stay strong. And while these drinks may feel like a soothing start, they don't give your body the message that it's time to rebuild, to wake up, to hold on to strength. You don't need a full meal. You don't need a plate full of food. You just need something. A small action. A quiet choice that says, "Today, I'm feeding my strength." Maybe that looks like half a boiled egg. Maybe it's a spoonful of cottage cheese. Maybe it's a bit of yogurt with a few seeds or a slice of toast with almond butter. Whatever feels manageable is a step forward. What matters most isn't how much you eat, but whether your body receives the message that it hasn't been forgotten, that your legs still matter, that your energy is still a priority. Some mornings you may not feel like eating. That's all right. Start slow. Let the habit be gentle. A few bites today can lead to a stronger stride tomorrow. Over time, your mornings become something more than quiet. They become foundational. So as you hold your cup tomorrow morning, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this enough? Is my body getting what it needs to carry me through this day? You've come this far. You've carried yourself through so much. You deserve to feel strong, not in a loud, forceful way, but in a quiet, steady way that begins with the simplest of choices. Now, let's take a final moment to tie everything together, because these small shifts, when done with care, can change much more than just your mornings. You've made it to the end of this conversation, and that says something powerful. It means you care, not just about feeling better, but about staying strong in ways that truly matter. Not just for today, but for every day that's still ahead of you. The truth is, your mornings shape more than your schedule. They shape your strength, your stability, and your sense of control. They quietly build, or quietly take away, the muscle that supports every step you take, every chair you rise from, and every moment you want to live fully on your own terms. The small decisions you make after waking up, what you drink, how you move, when you eat, they're not just routines. They're messages to your body. Messages that say, I'm still building. I still belong in motion. I still choose strength. You don't need to overhaul your life. You don't have to chase big changes. All you really need is to notice and to care and to begin. One glass of water. One stretch by the bed. One mindful breakfast that fuels instead of fades. These things are quiet, but they're powerful. And over time, they stack up to something solid, a body that works with you, not against you. And if something in today's video made you pause and think, that's me, I want to invite you to leave a comment. Let's talk about it. Because chances are, someone else out there feels the same. And when we share what we've noticed, we give each other permission to change without shame. If you found something helpful here, a small reminder, a shift in thinking, a new step to try, I'd be so grateful if you'd click the like button and subscribe to Health 365. Every day, we share gentle, practical ways to help you stay steady, energized, and fully connected to the life you want to live after 60. You don't need to change everything all at once. You just need to take one small step. And when you do it with care, with intention, and with the quiet belief that you're still strong, that's when real transformation begins. Until next time, take care of your mornings, and your mornings will take care of you.